So friends, let's continue with our remembering, reading, revising, whatever you call the section numbers. So in the previous videos we have learned about other chapters of the Companies Act 2013 section numbers, but now in this video our main focus is on audit and auditors. I must say you that audit and auditors is a very important chapter as well as from your auditing point of view. If you are a CA inter student, these sections will very be helpful for you. So please pay 100% of your attention and memorize this section numbers within the end of this video. So let's start. Section 139. In a company to get, see in section 139, appointment of auditor. Section 139, same formula. Read thrice by seeing, memorize thrice by closing your eyes. I prefer saying this formula because it's really helpful. You get a 6-time reading of each and every section and you will easily memorize with your section. And please students, please note this point. We are not going to learn here in-depth knowledge of all the sections. We are just learning the section numbers so that you get very brownie points in your examination. Section 139, appointment of auditor. 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 Close your eyes. Section 139, appointment of auditor. Section 139, appointment of auditor. Read loudly so that your voice repeats in your ears when you are sitting in an examination hall. Believe me, it's a very helpful technique. Read thrice by seeing, memorize by closing your eyes thrice. So section 139, appointment of auditors. Section 140. Section 140. What does section 140 say? Removal, resignation of auditor and giving of special notice. Section 140 focuses on removal, resignation of auditor and giving of special notice. Section 140, removal, resignation of auditor and giving of special notice. Section 140, removal, resignation of auditor and giving of special notice. Section 140, removal, resignation of auditor and giving of special notice. Section 140, removal, resignation of auditor and giving of special notice. Section 140, removal, resignation of auditor and giving of special notice. Section 141, eligibility, qualifications and disqualification of auditor. 141, eligibility, qualification and disqualification of auditor. 141, section 141, eligibility, qualification and disqualification of auditor. 141, eligibility, qualification and disqualification of auditor. We have come across 3 sections. 139, appointment of auditor. 140, after appointment you have the auditor will resign or the board of members or the company will remove the auditor. So removal, resignation of auditor and giving of special notice. 141 is eligibility, qualification, disqualification of auditor. That means when a person is eligible to be appointed as an auditor, when he is qualified, if what are the conditions, if he is satisfied, only then he will be qualified to be appointed as an auditor. And disqualification is before an auditor is appointed, what are the criteria he should meet to be qualified to be appointed as an auditor. Very simple. So section 141, eligibility, qualification and disqualification of auditor. Section 142, remuneration of auditor. So you have appointed the auditor, you have removed the auditor, you have discussed about the eligibility criteria of the auditor. Now talk about remuneration of auditor. So section 142 says remuneration of auditor. Section 142, Remuneration of auditor. 143. This is the most important section in both your company law as well as in your auditing subject. 143. 143 talks about the powers and duties of auditor and auditing standards. 143. Powers and duties of auditor. What is the power of an auditor and what are the duties of auditor? What is the power of auditor and what are the duties of auditor and what are the accounting standards? So section 143, powers and duties of auditor, powers and duties of auditor and auditing standards. 144, even this is the another section in section which has a high importance. In the question paper they may ask you it for 4 marks. There are a list of services which auditor is not permitted to render. So this list is covered under the section 144. 144 is auditor not to render certain services. 144 auditor not to render certain services. To whom should the auditor not render services? Certain services up to the company in which he is auditing, in which he is doing auditing. Other than auditing, he is not permitted to render certain services such as keeping accounts, all that kind of. There is a list in section 144. When you read the syllabus, you come across the list. Please read that list. It's very important, so that you can get the 4 to 5 marks. In if they ask you for 4 marks, easily you can get a 4 marks. Very simple list. So section 145, auditor to sign audit report. Auditor to sign audit report. Why do a person audit? To sign the audit report, obviously. Section 145, auditor to sign audit report, etc. So we have come across from section 139, appointment of auditor. Section 140, removal, resignation of auditor and giving of special notice. 141, eligibility, qualification and disqualification of auditor. 142, remuneration of auditor. 143, important section, please note, important section. 143 is powers and duties of auditor and auditing standard. 144, certain services don't render. Auditor should not render certain services, that is, auditor not to render certain services. 145, auditor to sign audit report. 145, auditor to sign audit report. So the next section is section 146. 146 is auditor to attend general meeting. See, auditor is permitted to attend the general meeting. So section 146 talks about the auditor to attend general meeting. Section 147 is punishment for contravention. Section 147 is punishment for contravention. Section 147, punishment for contravention. Section 147, punishment for contravention. Close your eyes. Remember section 147, punishment for contravention. Section 147, punishment for contravention. Section 147, punishment for contravention. So the last section of Audit and Auditor, chapter 148, central government to specify audit of items of cost in respect of certain companies. What does this section say is the central government is going to specify certain audit of items of cost in respect of certain companies. There are some company of which audit of certain cost items will be specified by the central government. It's very easy. From section 139 to 145 you have revised it very good number of time. Very easily you will remember. Section 139 is appointment. Section 140 is removal, resignation and giving of special notice. 141 is qualifications, eligibility and disqualifications. 142 is remuneration. 143 is powers and duties of auditor and auditing standard. 144 is auditor not to render certain services. 145, why the auditor is appointed? Because to sign the audit report. So it is 145 which gives the auditor the right to sign the report. 146, auditor can attend the general meeting. 147, punishment for contravention. 148. At last, central government will specify the audit of items of cost in respect of certain companies. Friends, in very less number of time you will learn the section numbers. Please recall it on a daily basis, even if not possible daily basis. Just hear this video for 10 to 10 minutes. This video is almost like 10 minutes. You can easily learn sections of important chapters, and I will continue uploading the sections of section numbers of other chapters too. Stay tuned with the channel, subscribe for more such videos, like the videos if it is helpful, give your review in the comment box so I feel motivated and upload still content based videos based on your wish, and even you can suggest me topics on which I can help you. See you in the next video. Take care. Bye. Allah Hafiz.